Hi, Jennifer here, and this is my Lemtrada update video. It's been, let's see, 6 days, so I'm 6 days post. I wanted to give you a little bit of background though, because my situation I think is a little bit different than most. I've had MS a long time, over 20 years, and I am fairly well disabled from it. I'm in a scooter full time. I cannot walk at all. I can stand and pivot to transfer. I do drive, but not far with hand controls. What else? I use these like Velcro leg straps that I sort of invented to help move my legs around. They have been a lifesaver. I'll talk about those another time. I've got other videos if you are interested. I don't think I've shot a video in like 6 months, so they're well before Lemtrada, but you can, I don't know, get an idea of where I'm at. I have had quite a bit of progression over the past year and a half, and so I made some videos about dealing with some of those challenges. I made the videos for myself to kind of see where I'm at and maybe look at them later and find out, where I have been, when. But then I thought some of them I, made to share, some of them I didn't make to share. But you can check out my YouTube channel if you want to see more of those. Okay, Lemtrada. I had Lemtrada last week, October 5th through the 9th, and today is the 15th. So 6 days. I think I said that. I had very few side effects. My infusion went really smoothly. They didn't have to stop it for any reason. My heart rate was fine. My blood pressure was fine. I got through the infusion just fine. Day one, I had the worst headache. At the end of the day, I had the worst headache I've ever had in my life. I don't get headaches. I'm a big baby. If I even get a small headache, and this was a big headache, big. I took Tylenol, not Tylenol, ibuprofen, I think, before I went to bed. And after a couple of hours of laying there, I would say it went away, and I finally went to sleep. When I woke up, it was gone. Let's see. I am taking the antivirals every night, starting the first night of infusion. For the past few nights, I have taken hydroxyzine, which is a medication that my doctor gave me. It's for itching, and I've had some itching, not a lot of itching. Sorry, this is kind of all over the place. I don't have notes or anything. So I had the headache. Day one, I also ran a low-grade fever. At one point, it was like 99, which is a fever for me. My normal body temperature is about 97. So 99 is a temperature for me, and it's bad. It affects my MS bad. Oh, my hands and arms are very weak, just in general, but since the Lemtrada, very much more so. Especially my right hand it's good right now. I just got up, but throughout the day, it kind of ends up like this at one point. But anyway, so where was I? Day one, I had the headaches a couple of times, and the one headache, and I had the low-grade fever a couple of times. That was it. Day 2, 3, day 2, 3, and 4, totally uneventful, nothing, no side effects whatsoever during the infusion. Day 4, at the very end of my infusion, I think it was like the last 5 minutes, I started getting the rash. It was a little itch on my elbow, and I was like, little itch on my elbow. But then and so I told the nurse, little itch on my elbow. Her protocol was to slow the infusion to half rate to see if it got worse, and thankfully, then it shut off. So I was really happy that they didn't have to slow it down to half rate, and I didn't have to, take more time than I already was. Excuse me. Okay, so I got the rash. By the time I got home, it was my stepmom was here with me, and we used the monkey butt powder. It was on the back of this arm. It was on my face. It started with super redness in my cheeks. I looked in the mirror, or I don't know, and noticed the cheeks at the infusion center. That's what I noticed first, was the cheeks. Anyway, so it was on my face, on the back of my right arm. It was also just a little bit on the right side of my stomach. It was on my lower back, I would say hips and butt, and fronts and backs of my thighs. Although I didn't even know it was on the fronts and backs of my thighs. It wasn't itchy or anything, but we put monkey butt powder all over. I took a Benadryl and a hydroxyzine and went to bed. I woke up and it was gone. So day 5, no rash. I did not get, I did not get any more of a rash on day 5. Totally uneventful. Greatest day ever, because it was the last day, and we had 4:30 a.m. until about 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. I have a 2.5 hour drive to get there. It was a long week. Okay, so it was over. Came home. Slept good, I think. I've got some nights I slept, some nights I didn't. The steroids, affected my sleep a little bit, but after 20 whatever years with MS, steroids don't affect me really like they do other people. I don't for the past year, I've had these additional problems crop up, and I've taken steroids a couple of times and they have not helped. They may give me energy, or they don't make me stronger, but they make me talk a lot for a day or two. So they probably affected my sleep a little bit. Since then, okay, I woke up Saturday, and my kids were here that night, and my stepmom was still here. She drove to stay with me and take me every day. So I, visited with them, and I felt fine. I don't think I didn't have a headache. Really any side effects to speak of. Day 1, I don't have as much. Hold on just a second. I did make notes here, so let me just look at these so I can remember, what happened when, and I can tell you what happened. Okay, let's see. Day 1 post. That's how people say it, right? Okay, day 1 post was Saturday. I didn't sleep well. I was up at 2 with a slight headache, and I took Tylenol, but I got up feeling great and strong. My biggest fear going into this infusion, being at the stage of disability that I'm at, weakness is my enemy. I mean, if I end up even a little bit weaker, I can't get through my day. But the biggest issue, obviously, to me is getting to and from the restroom. And anyway, I was fine for that. I wasn't weak at all. I wasn't weak at all throughout the infusion, except for one day I woke up and had to have the firefighters come and get me out of bed and get me in the car. That was my own fault. That was Wednesday, day 3, and that was because I took Tylenol 3 the night before. And apparently I cannot take Tylenol 3, and I will never take it again. Okay, so day 1 post, I don't have a whole lot of notes. I don't really think, anything worth noting happened that day. Day 2, I slept okay. I woke with a slight headache and took Tylenol. My hands were weak. That's really the only thing MS-wise that's any different. My strength is not affected, but my hands and arms are pretty weak. I remember I couldn't, I was having veggie burgers, just the patties, and I couldn't cut it with a fork. So, and that's not normal for me. So my hands, and that was my good hand. I'm left-handed. My left hand's my good hand. So there was that. I picked it up and ate it. It wasn't a big deal, but that's what I'm dealing with in terms of MS changes. Let's see. I did have a weird. I have a home health agency. My nurse came to check on me that day at about 9:30, 9:45. While she was here, kind of right before she got here, and while she was here, I just felt this kind of weird, I don't know how to describe it. I felt a little bit weird, and I had this weird kind of, I can feel when I'm losing strength. And I had this weak kind of episode. And I had, of course, when I got back from the hospital, took a shower, changed my clothes, dressed like I normally do, which is jeans and a sweatshirt, whatever. I did have her help me. I live alone, with my kids. So I did have her help me put on yoga pants, and I did put on a diaper, just because I didn't want, my sister lives close by, and I didn't want them to have to run over and change me. I wore a diaper the entire infusion just to be safe, although I was able to use the bedside commode I had. I ended up wearing diapers one time when I ran out of Ampera. Don't ever run out of Ampera if you're on it. I don't walk anymore, but it really affects my sort of overall nerve conduction. I ran out of that one time and ended up, couldn't get to the bathroom for 4 days or something, and ended up in diapers. And somebody had to change me, and it was a pain in the ass. But anyway, I digress. I had my nurse, I told you, had her help me change into something that was easier for me to pull, up and down with weaker arms. And in case I had an accident, I didn't make a mess and whatever. I never did end up using it. By the time she helped me change and was getting ready to leave, I thought, I kind of feel okay. I did still get in bed and dozed for an hour and got up feeling fine. So there was that. And that since then, that was day 2. about, I don't know, 10:30. I get up really early, like by 5, raring to go. By about 10:30, 11 o'clock, I kind of, my eyes get heavy and I feel like, oh, I should go lay down for a little while. That has happened day 2, every day since day 2. And this video is getting so long, and I apologize, but I'm trying to give all the details. I know, some people want them. Okay, so day 2, around at like bedtime, I was, my elbow was a little bit itchy again. The rash never came back, but I was a little itchy, so I took a hydroxyzine and a Benadryl and before bed, and woke up and no itching. I did have a weird, when I went to try to make dinner for the kids, I had a weird kind of just, I was going around the kitchen and grabbing this and doing this, and I just got a little, like, I guess it's fatigued. I don't know, kind of a brain foggy kind of thing, and my daughter ended up having to make dinner. No big deal. Let's see, day 3, I slept great. Night 2, up at 5, got up feeling totally fantastic. No side effects, no headache, nothing. I did wake up actually with my calves and ankles, I just super itchy. I just scratched lightly up and down, just all the way around my legs, and I ended up having my daughter put coconut oil all over my legs, and that helped. The itching went away. Okay, by 7 a.m. I would say, that's when I normally take my kids to school, but I've gotten help for the first couple of weeks, and I wouldn't have been able to take them that day. I think that was Monday. However, I did end up picking my son. My daughter had something else, but I ended up picking up my son at 2:45 or close to 3 because I could. And we went for frozen yogurt, and I was, driving fine, and everything was fine. My back got pretty itchy before bed, so I took another hydroxyzine, and I'm going to take hydroxyzine. It doesn't make me tired or weak or anything. I'm going to take it for a few days, like 5 days or something, because the itching a little bit, I don't know, comes and goes, and so I'm going to do that. Day 4. Okay, that was yesterday, I guess. No. Tuesday. Right? Yeah, I'm sorry. I woke totally normal, no side effects. I felt like maybe I was moving around a little bit easier in bed. I have this routine, the way I get in bed and get out of bed, and I just felt like, I don't know, my arms were, kind of maybe a little stronger. I got out of bed a lot easier than normal. And I guess some of this could be the steroids. I don't know. I don't feel any kind of a steroid buzz, if you will. It's not affecting my personality or, anything like that. But that remains to be seen. Day 4, overall, I didn't write down yesterday yet. So overall, I feel very much like I did pre-Lemtrada, except for the hands, the hand weakness, which, comes on and comes and goes, and I still use them and try to do everything with them. Yesterday, I did not have any side effects. I was not itchy at all. I did lay down twice, and I have laid down twice, at least the last 3 days, which I did sometimes prelim. I don't lay down for very long, an hour, maybe 2 at the most. I know a lot of people say they're just sleeping and sleeping and sleeping. I can't sleep that much. I'm in bed at like 10. I'm up by 5. I wake up every couple of hours sometimes. Anyway, then I lay down during the day. Sometimes I nap. Sometimes I don't. I usually lay down for an hour, sometimes 2 hours. I think that day I ended up napping, actually sleeping twice for 2 hours each time. Today is Thursday, so 6 days. I feel totally normal. Yeah, it's weird. I feel totally normal. I hope that this is how my recovery goes, because I was terrified of being in bed in a diaper and not being able to take care of myself or anything. Nothing, I mean, obviously it's nothing like that. And I'm so thankful for that. I am just extremely lucky, I feel. And then I don't know if maybe people that have had MS longer maybe don't have as many side effects. Maybe it's just me. I've been on every medication there is, Tysabri, chemotherapy, Rituxan, as well as several injectables, and the 2 orals I tried, which progressed greatly on both of those. Those were what I tried right before Lemtrada. And besides the orals, Tecfidera, major side effects. Aubagio, no side effects. I'm not, what I'm trying to say is I'm not that medication sensitive, except for the weakness factor. I have to be really careful about medications that I take in terms of how they affect my strength, because my strength is everything for getting around during the day. This video is ridiculously long. I hope it's helpful. I know I talked fast and kind of rambled, and I apologize. Like I said, go to my channel, check out my other videos if you're interested. I also have a blog, which I haven't updated yet in terms of the infusion days or after, but it does give you a background of my history and what I've done over the past 20 years, if you care to see. It's jenzmsjourney.blogspot.com, I think. Don't hold me to that, but I feel like that's what it is. Anyway, good luck to all of you. I would love to hear from any sort of more disabled Lemmies, people that get Lemtrada, and what kind of side effects they have, as well as any benefit they might see. I know it's way too soon to see anything like that, and maybe it will stop my disease and I will have no improvements. That would be fantastic. That's the reason why I did it. But obviously you're always hoping. 5% improvement would really just make such a difference. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll make another video, I don't know, maybe in a couple weeks or something, and kind of let you know if what's up. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.